Okay, here we go. Movement prep for the strength phase. We have sticker week coming up at the end of the program, and we're going to work on really cranking down on our mobility for our feet, and then just normal good muscle prep stuff for our exercises. So first thing we're going to start off with is we're going to be barefoot, okay, no shoes, and then you're going to have either socks or legit go barefoot, okay? And what we're going to work on is a kneeling. Okay, so nothing dramatic in the kneeling. Ankle, toe, hamstring. So what I want to do is I want to start, I'm going to push my knee over my ankle, heels on the ground. Then I'm going to plant the toes and then raise the heel. So the heel's up, toes are compressed down, knees on the ground. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to rock back to a flat foot, and then I'm going to rock back, knee goes back over until I feel my hamstring lengthen, all right? So in one fluid motion, it's knee over ankle, knee to ground, toes on the ground, flat foot, hamstring. The rear leg can just kind of do whatever it needs to do. Okay? Other side. Knee, breathe, foot stretch, back, ankle. So it's important to pause, breathe, pause, breathe, pause, breathe, every piece, right? Then we're going to go into side plank clamshell with pause. So a little bit of core, a little bit of glute. You'll be on your forearms. Heels will be together, knees are forward of the body. Shoulder blades together, form on the ground. And I'm going to push my knees up. So I'm side plank, and then open the knees away, and then back down. So I'm going to go hip lift, side plank, clamshell, close knees, back to the ground. Hip lift, side plank, clamshell, back to the ground, okay? 10 and 10. So it's 1, 2, 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, and back down, right? 10 per side. Lat focused band pull apart. You're like, what's a lat? A lat, this big guy, right? Those control a lot of stuff, but they're super important inside of our pull-up prep and our pressing and our posture. So what I want to do is I want to take my band, and if my right hand is with the lat I want to work, I'm going to anchor my top hand out ahead of me. It doesn't matter really where, just it's going to be an anchor. Imagine this is a rack, okay? Now I'm going to take the other hand. I'm going to pull my pinky, locked elbow, down and across until I feel that muscle on the back side of my ribs squeeze and tighten. So that's the focus I want, is to feel this guy here kind of cramping up, right? And then you'll do the other side. It says 20-20. That's like a max range. If you get to 12 and that guy's cramping up, then just switch sides. Anchor, lat, lat. See how there's always tension on the band? I'm not like letting it go loose. That way there's always tension on the muscles on the back of my shoulder and the back of my rib cage. Okay? Because the lats are going to be super important. Now, we're going to do a get up, but a get up with a lot of focus on our shoulder mobility. Lots of pressing in this program, so we really need to pay attention to our shoulders. We're going to do a bent arm waiters hold. Bell, handle, horn, bottom, waiters hold, right? Bent arm, this is your arm. Okay, you'll keep it bent. You'll start in all your normal positions. Now, when you roll up, this makes a lot of sense. This is the super hard part. Before you transition your knee to the ground behind you, you want to stack elbow behind your rib that we already prepared it to do with that lat band, right? Shocker that everything's layered up. Now, The elbow's behind my ribs. I can transition. That's going to be hard, and that's okay. I hinge back. This is super hard on the shoulder. It's good. Then I hinge up. Now I'm in the rack position. Stand. Extra credit press. If not, no big deal. Lunge back. I open like we did in the last one. Now before I hinge, I stack the elbow behind my rib, and then I get underneath it, and then I finish. And I roll safely with my bell. Okay? So here, 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 but when you go to move your hips, behind your ribs. Okay? That way you don't dump the bell. It needs to be light. All right, and then the last thing. We're gonna get a little bit of heart rate, a little bit of skill practice. You have 5x5 squats, and one of the hardest part about the 5x squats is getting to a heavier clean. So what do we need to do to get better at a heavier clean? We need to get better at our double arm swing. But the double arm swing can be a little intimidating and it can be kind of complex, so I'm gonna show you a couple variations. You can either grab 2 light bells or 2 moderate bells. Deep hinge, pistol grip, 1, 2, to 10. If all of that is a lot, and you're like, I don't know about all that, I want you to practice the 2 hands swing, or a snap swing. You can load, snap, snap, snap. It's all about sequencing the hinge on your glutes. You can do it from here. Snap, snap, snap. Now I have a couple other things you can do a swing with. I just load. I can snap, snap, snap. I can snap, 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 right? It's the weight isn't really important. What you're doing, what you're holding isn't that important. Just getting your hands moving with your hips, standing up, and being aggressive with your glute squeeze so that you understand that nice snap of the hips that we need to learn about the swing. It's not about the load, okay? So you can play around with your 10 2-arm swings, and that, as you can tell, heart rate.
All right. That's it.